When I did my nightstand declutter, I thought I would solve all my problems with the drawers that I had next to my bed. I would be able to close them, they would be nice and organized. But what actually happened was I realized right away that this was turning into a pajama declutter as well, because I had pajamas not just in my nightstand, but also in another room. So when we have too many things that can't fit into a drawer, we have basically three choices. We can either continue to cram everything in that we can possibly fit into those drawers. We can curate a selection of what we want to keep. And the third option is to potentially look at relocating whatever it is that we're trying to organize into a space that might be more appropriate. So the first thing I had to do, though, before I could do any of this, was gather all my pajamas into one place. Pajamas that I pulled out of the two drawers yesterday from my nightstand, and I need to go through all of them and do a clear out. There's way too many, and there's also things that are not pajamas, like this little bralette. So I'm going to sort through these things, and I had pajamas in another room, so in other drawers, and so I need to go through these as well. So there you go. Too many pajamas. So we're just gonna start by dumping them out. Oh, yeah. And oh my gosh, just craziness. So as I go through these, I'm going to be determining which pajamas I want to keep, which ones I want to donate, which ones need to be thrown away. So those are the things I'm going to be going through. And then once I have those, I'm going to neatly fold them all and put them in a different room. There's actually things in this pile that are not pajamas. Those things also need to be taken out and put away where they belong. So I can see right here, here's a whole stack of just tops that do not belong in the pajama drawer. So these can go in another section. So I'm just going to put them in this basket for now. There's some workout stuff in here too. So this is a case where I did laundry and I just shoved stuff into drawers, which, yes, it got put away, but it's not organized. This is an umbrella. Why is an umbrella in my pajama drawer? This is a good question. So this is clearly not where it belongs. I have an umbrella section in my house. I'm gonna have make sure all my umbrellas are in that section. So this goes to a different part of my house, which is going to go into that basket right there. And when you're faced with a space that's too small to hold what's inside, I think you really only have three choices. The first is to keep stuffing things in and hoping for the best. Eventually you stop knowing what's in there, things get buried, and you can't really appreciate what you own because you can't even see it now. And the second option is to curate a collection of things that you love the most, the ones that you actually reach for, and give them enough space to breathe. This is something that I'm learning all over my house. And when everything is folded and visible, it feels less like you're digging through a pile of stuff and more like you're shopping your own collection, which is a much more luxurious feeling. It's a little luxury that we can give ourselves that doesn't cost anything. And the third option is to consider relocating things if they just don't fit in a space that we're trying to force them into. And that was the situation for me this time. Sometimes the issue isn't the drawer at all. Sometimes it's the inventory. So if an item simply belongs somewhere else based on how you use it or how much space it takes, in my case, it was a little bit of both. I edited down my pajama collection and then moved them into a space that made a lot more sense for me. I'm getting rid of this cute cotton short pajama set. It collects lint so badly that I'm gonna just get rid of it. Keeping both of my Free People lacy nightgowns that can also be worn as dresses. I have 6 silky
nightgowns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 of them are navy blue, so I did get rid of one that was a large.
So if you have a drawer, a closet, a cabinet, or shelf that's driving you crazy, start by gathering everything together and taking inventory. This is a step that a lot of us skip, and I've talked about this before. You can't start organizing until you do the edit. You have to edit down and curate what it is that you want to keep. Then you can organize in a way that's going to be long lasting. So you might discover the problem isn't space at all too. And one of the other aha moments that I had in this was understanding that my pajamas really weren't functioning well in my nightstand. Logically, it seemed to make sense to me. I'm coming to bed, I'm gonna open up my nightstand, I'm gonna grab a pair of pajamas and change. But actually, because I get dressed in another room where I have all of my clothes, it's better for me to get undressed in that same room. That way I have an easier everyday life. So this project reminded me that clutter often isn't a space problem, it's an inventory problem. So until I had gathered everything together, I had no idea how many pajamas I actually had. You know, my clothes are being put into a hamper or they're being put away, and then I can just grab my pajamas. So it's actually creating a more sustainable life system that I can incorporate into my bedtime routine.
If you've ever opened a drawer, closet, or cabinet and just wondered how did that get so out of control, you are in the right place. Here on Lovely Life Plan, I'm editing the things that get in the way of living well. So if that sounds like something that you'd enjoy, I'd love to have you subscribe. So this is the dresser in my guest bedroom / college daughter's bedroom. And right now it has all my t-shirts and things in some of the drawers. But I do believe, so like all my hats and things are in there, but I do believe I have, yes, I have that empty drawer, that empty drawer, that one's full. That one has one thing in it. So I can put my pajamas away in here. Just gonna give them a wipe down. I just need to go grab them from the other room and put them away. Okay, so in the top drawer I have all of my nightgowns. I have my more wintry ones on this side, the silkier ones in the middle, and then the cotton ones on the right. And in this drawer are all of my pajama sets. On this side I have all of my long pant pajama sets. There's some behind there. And on this side are all my short pajama sets. So basically spring, summer, winter. And I am going to go ahead and put any of my December Christmassy ones into my Christmas storage bin.
Once everything was in one place, the solution became obvious. I was trying to store my pajamas in the wrong location of my house. I don't get dressed in my bedroom. I get dressed in my dressing room, which is in another part of my home. So keeping my pajamas next to my bed really didn't make sense. I relocated them after I decluttered them and after I had taken a full inventory of what I had. So if you have a closet or a drawer or a space in your home that's driving you crazy, select the category that bothers you the most. Pull everything in that category together from all parts of your home if you're like me and you have them, scattered around. Then you'll have a chance to take a full inventory. So stay tuned. I plan to do this throughout my entire home, and it's every nook and cranny. So in the meantime, take care of yourself, take care of your future self, and have a lovely life. Bye.